Hi everyone, this is Himant. So if you ever felt like why B2B UX is a whole different game, then you are in the right place. So today I will break down exactly why B2B UX is so different from B2C, and I'll show you some real world examples for you to make you understand this difference in an easy way. So without wasting time, let's get started. So let's start with what is B2B UX. So B2B UX is all about designing tools that businesses use to run their operations, like Salesforce for sales team, SAP for supply chain management, or even industrial platforms like Climatics IC, TIA Portal for HVAC monitoring or a PLC configuration. So these aren't the apps you casually scroll through. They are mission critical systems used by professionals like you and me, used daily, 5 days a week, 5-6 days a week, or 8 hours a day and throughout the year, right? So let's understand it by the example. So on the left side we have Google Finance, which is a B2C app. Then on the right side we have a Salesforce accounts page, which is a B2B app. So if you notice here in the Google one, so all these actions or all these informations are very neatly done or very intuitively presented, right? And very limited amount of actions are done, and they mostly cater to a specific type of user. Let's say on the left side we have user who wants to learn about or want to see the stock market or ETFs performance throughout the day. So we have different indices, very less navigations like US, Europe, different countries markets, then a search bar to search specific stocks. Then you may be interested in such some stocks that are now in a high loss or gain, things like that, and also some news related to the all the stocks to that day. But in the right side, if you come here, you will see a lot of like main navigations, like 7-8 main navigation with drop downs. Each will have again extra further navigations on the top level. Then on the next tab or next tile, you have different actions on the top, then some different information regarding that website or that account. Then also in the accounts panel there are tabs inside inner tabs showing details, highlights of that account. And also on the right side tile, if you see, there are further different tabs. So right, all these informations are very heavy, I would say, a lot of information, lot of actions, and making it a little cluttered. But how it works and why it is done purposefully and why it is done, let's understand this in a bit more detailed way. Let's understand the details now. So why this happens is, this happens because of multiple users and roles using the same application, same interface for different kind of user journeys, right? So in a platform like ServiceNow, so let's understand it from an example. So in a platform like ServiceNow, you will find the user types like requesters, approvers, or IT technicians, right? All using the same app but with totally different needs and interfaces. So unlike B2C apps like Swiggy or Zomato, where most users follow the same flow, right? They have to log in, search, buy, then track. But in B2B, different user roles have different unique journeys and different permissions. That's why it looks or provides a little cluttered interface, but also this works for these applications. Now let's take an example. Now let's go to the second point, which is complex domain specific workflows. On the left side we have Blinkit's homepage, and on the right side we have Siemens TIA Portal. Both are both have different user flows and different requirements. So on the left side we have Blinkit, where the user flow is pretty much straightforward, where you will see, okay, the user will come and log in, search the product, buy the product, or eventually tracks it. So this is pretty much what Blinkit user base or target user base does. on a day-to-day basis. But let's take an example of industrial tool like Siemens TIA Portal. It is used by factory engineers to configure PLCs. The interface isn't flashy, but it needs to handle thousands of configurations without failing. So some tools can be system installed like desktop applications, unlike a browser web app. These tools can work without internet and also locally run, where the security concerns are come into place when we talk about enterprise products. That's why things like data density, reliability and task flows matters way more than a trendy UI. Now let's come to another point, which is long-term high frequency use. Products like Jira or SAP or SAP aren't used once a week. They are used all day, every day. That means usability isn't just about the first impressions, it's about long-term efficiency. Let's take an example of the Salesforce here. Imagine the new contact or new opportunity button is not placed right in front of you, right? It will be placed inside maybe 2-3 tabs hidden inside the flow. So someone who is new to the user, this could lead to training cost. This could lead to user frustrations. All those things can come into picture, which will eventually make into a bad UX. So that's why it is very neatly, all those actions, all those navigations might clutter the interface, but it is essential for the home page to have all those features on the top, on the in front, so that it can cater to different type of user roles with different kind of permissions they have. Now let's come to the next point, which is why it matters, why UX in B2B matters a lot. Like when B2B UX is done right, it leads to real business outcomes like faster onboarding, fewer mistakes, happier users, and for business that means more efficiency and less churn. So more efficiency, less churn means reduced time, more productivity, which is eventually like turns into more revenue or higher revenue. So this is it about this video. So if this gave you a new perspective on B2B UX, please hit like and subscribe. Got a B2B design challenge, or you want me to break down a tool you use? Drop it in the comment section. See you in the next video.